Lipman playing left field. Number 29, Riley Swift. Batting second, the right fielder, number 43, Megan Grant. Batting third, the first baseman, number 15, Jordan Rory. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 21, Alina Garcia. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 2, Bree Alejandre. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 3, Kanaya Bragg. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 28, Alexis Ramirez. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 11, Sue Jin Berry. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 7, Jolena Lamar. The starting pitcher for the Bruins tonight, number 23, Taylor Tinsley. The head coach for UCLA is Kelly Italy Perez. The associate head coach is Lisa.
Welcome to WMUC Sports for tonight's quarterfinal game. It's the UCLA Bruins against the Penn State Nittany Lions, closing out 4 games of softball action today. It's been quite the up and down day. Plenty of runs scored, some upsets, and 2 teams entering this game looking to punch their final ticket into the semifinals. UCLA is the 3rd ranked seed, Penn State the 11th ranked seed. But Penn State knows how to be an underdog and pull out the win. They just took down number 6 Northwestern. They're hoping to find more of that clutch tonight. I'm Adam Lipman, joined alongside Andy Parr for what could be the most exciting of today's action, Andy.
It's going to be tough to beat. That Wisconsin-Oregon game right before us, pure electricity in College Park. The number 7 Badgers upsetting the 2 seed Ducks. And tomorrow they're going to be facing the winner of this nightcap game, Adam.
So it will be a moment that Wisconsin will be watching out for. If they collide with Penn State, it could be 2 teams that no one expected to be here, pulling it out and having plenty of success. We're ready to go for softball. Taylor Tinsley takes the mound for the Bruins. Brianna Hawk will take it for the Nittany Lions. And that first pitch is going to be lined towards center. That's a base hit. Stopping at first is the left fielder. Quickly, the Nittany Lions have something brewing here.
Well, that's a way to set the tone if you're Penn State. Coming out first pitch swinging against Taylor Tinsley. Tinsley, one of the best starters in the Big Ten, known for her strikeout stuff this season. Honick leading off the Penn State hitters. No fear in the batter's box, lines that one into center, and now that sets up Allison Oneacre.
Allison Oneacre, one of the best freshmen in the Big Ten, with a runner off first. Bruins ace Taylor Tinsley will deal. It'll be taken low. Thought about it for a moment, pulled the bat back.
Yeah, I didn't even get to give a true introduction to Tinsley. 26-5 this season, a 2.91 ERA over 168 and 2/3 innings. Absolute workhorse for the Bruins.
Dazzling resume as the 1-0 will sail high. So after a leadoff base hit, it's been 2 pitches far out of the zone, and quickly Winokur is up 2-0 in the count.
Yeah, Allison Winokur, one of the best freshmen in the Big Ten, went hitless against Northwestern yesterday, so definitely due.
Tinsley looking for a strike here. It'll find it right there. A big cut, swing and a miss. 2-1 now on the third baseman. Bruins looking to avoid another West Coast upset. That, as Andy mentioned, happened last game. Wisconsin taking down Oregon. The pitch from Tinsley is going to be popped up sky high toward first. The catch is going to be made there by Gabby Gretishar. 1 away.
Good recovery there from Tinsley, just forcing the jam play from Winokur, throwing that inside pitch, making her swing at something with those 2 strikes. And now they'll bring up Brooke Klosevich.
Klosevich with the runner still off of first. That's Brianna Hannock. First pitch from Tinsley is going to be taken outside. So no first pitch strikes yet for Tinsley so far, Andy.
Well, kind of a first pitch strike. The first pitch was swung at. It just went straight into center field.
Well, not the strike that a pitcher would hope for in any terms. Next pitch to Klosevich will be taken low, but a cold strike at the bottom of the zone.
Penn State fans in front of us did not like that call, Adam.
Well, certainly not. It's going to be like that the other way around when the Bruins are at the dish. But for now, it's a 1-1 count here. Tinsley has got her sign. She's ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's going to be another cold strike just on the outside edge. And it's quickly a pitcher's count for the Bruins ace.
Tinsley is going up and down. She's commanding all parts of the zone, using that height to her advantage, trying to pick out all parts of this vertical section of the zone against Klosevich.
Next pitch is going to be taken outside, evening up the count here. Klosevich, one of the best hitters in this Nittany Lion order. 15 home runs on her season, and OPS over 1.1.
Yeah, and her .341 average ranks 3rd on Penn State.
Next pitch will be taken low in the dirt. Count is run to full here, and it's a big payoff moment. Nittany Lions trying to ambush early. We've seen early ambushes in all of the quarterfinal games today from the underdog seeds. Can the Nittany Lions continue that trend? The next pitch will come in. It's going to be lined toward right. That ball is going to be over the head of Megan Grant for extra bases. Stopping at third is Brianna Hannock. It's a double for Brooke Klosevich, and the Nittany Lions are set up to cash in.
A really big misplay there from Megan Grant. That ball was lined right into right field. She starts charging it. Instead, she has to reverse her direction, starts backing up as the ball's already flying into right. Before she knows it, it's over her head, and it's a stand-up double for Klosevich. And that'll bring Natalie Lieto up to the plate.
Lieto, another one of the best hitters in this lineup. More of a hit tool to her name. First pitch to her is going to be a big swing and a miss. Tinsley getting ahead early.
Really good first pitch there from Tinsley. Able to command that inside part of the strike zone, force the swing on the high and inside pitch there.
Infield drawn in, expecting a potential squeeze play at the plate. Runners off second and third. Tinsley will deal again. Taken high, evening up the count at 1.
Tinsley attacking the same spot on that pitch the first time she got Lieto to swing. That time Lieto able to lay off, but I like the approach here from Tinsley. You're getting the chase early on. See if you can command that same spot and get those free strikes.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Tinsley gets ready. Her next pitch will be taken just at the bottom of the zone. Another pitcher's count. Question is, can Tinsley get the put away she was looking for last at bat and not allow hard contact this time?
Well, another thing to note is Lieto went 3 for 3 with a walk yesterday and 3 RBIs. Huge performance for Penn State in their upset over the Wildcats.
Tinsley will deal high and outside. Count evens up at 2 here. So it's Brianna Hannock off of third, Brooke Klosevich off of second. It was a leadoff base hit that started today's game, and then a double to put both in scoring position. Taylor Tinsley is ready to go. The 2-2 is a big swing and a miss. That's the strikeout she was looking for, and now just 1 out away from getting out of this unscathed.
Well, as you were saying before, Adam, all these lower seeds have been able to get first inning ambushes in this quarterfinal round today. Penn State looking to try and do the same, but Tinsley, after a rocky start, has kind of settled in. Now she's 1 out away against Frankie Flesher.
Flesher, the lefty swinger, will see a first pitch called strike. This is a big moment for the Nittany Lions. I mean, you were mentioning that, Andy, that runs especially are so hard to come by against some of the best pitching staffs in the Big Ten. If you have a moment where you have runners on second and third, nobody out, you have to cash in. Next pitch from Tinsley, a swing and a miss there. Quickly ahead, 0-2. 1 strike away from back-to-back punch-outs to get out of this first inning scoreless.
That one was an excellent pitch there. Flesher chasing on the one outside on the late tailing fastball that dipped away.
0-2. Tinsley looking for a put-away. Here it is. It's going to be weakly grounded toward first. Woolery's got it, steps on the bag, and Taylor Tinsley gets out of trouble. The Bruins will come up to hit in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. Stick with us on WMUC Sports.
Catching for Penn State, number 44, Madison Saito. And in the circle for the Nittany Lions, a junior out of Broadway, Wisconsin, number 9,
Nice job, Maddie!
leading off for UCLA, the left fielder,
Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning here on WMUC Sports. I'm Adam Lipman, joined alongside Andy Parr. UCLA Bruins hitting for the first time after they stranded runners on second and third. First pitch will be taken low, an early ball on left fielder Riley Slimp.
And Adam, something to note, the top 3 hitters in this UCLA order, Woolery, Grant, and Slimp, are 2, 3, and 4 in the entire Big Ten in batting average. If you're Penn State, you got to control the top of this UCLA order, and you can manage the rest of the game.
1-0 is taken high and outside, so, you know, Andy, that was a great stat about batting average, just being able to set the table. But you also need to see pitches to hit to add on to that batting average, and so far, Bruins have not seen a single strike. Slimp is not afraid to take a walk. Next pitch will come in. She'll foul it off. A late swing inside on her bat. 2-1 now on the left fielder. And, I mean, she has just been a powerhouse, setting the table for Grant and Woolery, who are the most fearsome hitters in the Big Ten. I would challenge anyone to try and find anyone scarier. Hitters count. Madison Young on the mound, looking to get back into this at-bat. Next pitch will sail high. 3-1.
Yeah, Slimp is more of the contact hitter out of those 3, and then followed up by Grant and Woolery, 33 and 35 home runs respectively. You don't want to face either of those two too many times.
Just a slaughterhouse when they come up to the dish, and Young is trying to avoid having ducks on the pond for that. The 3-1 is going to be weakly grounded toward first. That ball is going to roll foul. Slimp ran it out, acting as though it were fair, but she will retreat back to the box.
Bit of a late signal from the umpire as well. You never know.
It was a borderline call, and we've seen plenty of borderline calls in games today, controversial calls as it's been such a hectic day of Big Ten softball action.
And most of the time they've gone with the call on the field, so if you don't hear any signals, you may as well run it out.
3-2 payoff is going to be popped up sky high toward left. That's going to be caught in left field. What a catch by Brianna Hannock, robbing Slimp of a base hit.
Brianna Hannock already making a case for player of the game. First pitch of the game, she hammers it into center field for a leadoff single for the Nittany Lions. First play on defense for Penn State, sliding catch and left to take away a single from Riley Slimp.
We've seen great defense across the tournament today. That's only joining the new highlight reel. Megan Grant at the dish. The lefty swingers will see a first pitch and crush it high and deep. Right center field, Sky. That ball is long gone. She doesn't need anyone on. She'll take care of business herself. Say hello to number 36 on the year for Megan Grant. What a moonshot.
That one was a true no-doubter for UCLA's slugger. First pitch swinging against McKenna Young. And Megan Grant, no mistakes, no doubt. A bomb into straightaway center field. And standing in center field for the Nittany Lions was Natalie Lieto. She didn't even run it out. She just looked up and watched that ball fly.
There was nowhere to go. That ball was destined to leave the ballpark in a hurry. And for any Portland Cascade fans, the AUSL watching or listening, get excited. She's joining your team very soon. Jordan Woolery, her fellow Bash sister, up at the plate. We'll see a ball low in the dirt.
Yeah, as you said, Adam, this is the other big bopper for UCLA. We just saw Grant's 36th of the year. Woolery comes into this game with 33 long balls of her own.
Andy, we called it a slaughterhouse for a reason for pitchers. It's the nightmare that they spend all season thinking about. The 1-0 is going to be a big swing and a miss, almost a sword there. Woolery fanning at it.
And I mean, the other thing to know about Woolery, she's hitting .513. Over half of her at-bats, she's been able to record a base hit. Just insane stuff from the UCLA first baseman.
It's hard to find video game players with numbers that good. And she's looking to go back-to-back with Grant. Next pitch will sail high. 2-1 now on the first baseman. She made a key put out in the top half of the frame to keep Penn State off the board. Back when they had runners on second and third, just one away. So it's 2-1 on the righty swinging first baseman. Next pitch will come in. It'll be low again. So after allowing the home run, not issuing, it looks like Madison Young wants no part in the bat of Jordan Woolery.
Yeah, absolutely not. McKenna Young just seems to be pitching around Woolery here and seems content with taking her chances with Alina Garcia next up.
Next pitch coming in. It's going to be grounded past the third baseman. 1 acre and into left field. That's going to be a double for Woolery. Back-to-back extra base hits for the Bruins.
Well, I mean, you and I were just saying it looked like McKenna Young was trying to pitch around Woolery right there. That time she leaves a pitch a little bit too far over the middle of the plate. Woolery able to ground it down the third base line. It rolls past a diving Winokur and then all the way to the wall in left field. Turns into a stand-up double for UCLA's first baseman. And they've got a runner in scoring position for Alina Garcia.
Alina Garcia, often tasked with bringing Grant and Woolery home, now has Woolery on second. Try and drive in. Bruins already up 1-0. First pitch from Young will be fouled back sky high and out of the ballpark. So it's been back-to-back extra base hits by the Bruins, who are the 3 seed in this tournament, trying to advance to the semifinals, facing Wisconsin. Penn State also looking to punch their ticket. Next pitch from Young will be taken outside, evening up the count at 1 apiece. Garcia doesn't have the power that Grant and Woolery do, but she's able to hit for an elite average as well. .370 on the year, and on-base percentage just under .500. McKenna Young's 1-1 will be outside, and Andy, it seems like since allowing the home run and the double, she has just been trying to pitch around Bruins.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we never really gave a formal introduction to Young because both teams had such fast fireworks to go into this game, but she threw 64 pitches yesterday and leads all Penn State pitchers in innings. So Nittany Lions turning back to their primary arm tonight.
2-1 is going to sail high and outside. So it's 3-1 at risk of issuing the first walk of this game. Young will have to try and fight back to get a strike here. She'll deal. It will be popped up sky high and out of the park one more time. Full count.
2 foul balls for Garcia in this at bat, where she's just kind of messed up the timing or messed up her bat positioning a little bit. She has the timing down, it seems, against Young right here. Young might have to get a little bit creative to try and get a strikeout here.
Fishing for her first strikeout of the evening. The 3-2 will be lined hard toward right center. That ball is back. It is deep. It is gone. Another blast for the Bruins. They have 2 home runs this inning. Their 3rd run of the ball game. Number 17 for Alina Garcia.
Well, we said that Garcia was often tasked with driving in Woolery and Grant. That time she's got Woolery standing on second base, runner in scoring position, but it wouldn't have mattered where Woolery was standing on that one. That ball off the top of the wall, then off the scoreboard in right center field. 2nd home run of the inning for the Bruins, and a quick mound visit here for Penn State.
The Nittany Lions will talk things over after they've only recorded 1 out and allowed 3 runs on 3 hits. Bri Alejandre is up next at the plate, but before she will hit, they're still going to talk things over. Young trying to figure out a strategy here. I mean, Andy, it's been almost exclusively fly ball contact. The only at-bat that hasn't gone that way was the double by Woolery that was pulled down the third base line.
Yeah, UCLA just seems to have the launch angle down against McKenna Young. It must be something with either her timing or her pitch placement. Whatever it is, great job by the Bruins coaching staff. They scouted something going into this game, figured out a way they'd be able to maximize hard fly balls against McKenna Young, and they have executed it to a T so far in this bottom of the 1st.
So still only 1 out in the inning. McKenna Young trying to limit the damage here to just 3. The Nittany Lions yet to score in this game, but they do have 2 hits. They just haven't found the slug.
And it's crazy to say that Bri Alejandre is a .317 hitter is kind of a break for McKenna Young.
First pitch is going to be a big cut, swing and a miss. Went chasing on a pitch in the dirt. Young already up 0-1 in the count.
This UCLA lineup, it's just got high average, high contact hitters from top to bottom. Any Penn State pitcher is going to have a rough time going through the order today.
The 0-1 will come in. It'll sail high by the head of Alejandre. Count evens up here. California native. I mean, Andy, she looks mortal compared to some of these sluggers at the top of the Bruins order, but she's still an elite player in her own right. OPS over 1.1. Young's next pitch will be taken outside. Good stabbing block there by Madison Seidel.
Yeah, good first real block that Seidel's had to make today. Little dive over to her right on that pitch that was tailing to the outside.
2-1 here, a hitter's count for Alejandre. Next pitch comes in. It's going to be just fouled off down the third base line. So now 1 strike away from a potential first strikeout for Penn State on the mound.
McKenna Young just got a little bit of encouragement there from Allison Oneacre, her third baseman.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bruins already have 3 runs here in the bottom of the 1st. Bri Alejandre trying to keep that momentum rolling. The pitch will be hit hard and high, deep out to left. Yes, she does keep the momentum rolling. It's another home run. The Bruins have just teed off their 3rd home run of this 1st inning. They'll mob home plate, getting excited for Alejandre, and it just doesn't stop. UCLA are ready to roll. They're thinking about tomorrow, Andy.
Yeah, that's number 21 on the season for Bri Alejandre and number 3 of this inning for the Bruins. This one, another no-doubter, this time a bit more of a pull shot going over to the left center field side, just between the flags and the video board. And that might spell the end of this 1st inning for McKenna Grace.
Well, we'll see what will happen
McKenna
here
Young,
for
my
McKenna
apologies.
Young. Well, yes, we know you're very cultured, Andy, watching plenty of movies. But for McKenna Young, it does look like that is going to end it for her early. It will be a call to the bullpen for the Nittany Lions, and we'll have that new pitcher for you when we come back on WMUC Sports. Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning. The UCLA Bruins hold a 4-0 lead over the Nittany Lions. That's thanks to 3 home runs this frame. Still only 1 out in the inning, and it's going to knock McKenna Young out of this game. Bridget Nemeth takes over. First pitch will be a called strike against Kanaya Braggs.
Nemeth, the other Penn State pitcher who's thrown a lot of innings this season, enters today with a 5.01 ERA. And is second on the team with 57 strikeouts.
So a 1-1 count on Bragg. OPP over 500, average over 400, just dream numbers. As the next pitch will float in for a called strike. So Bragg, being more selective this at-bat than previous Bruins, is down 1-2 in the count.
Yeah, like I said before, I think that UCLA's coaching staff must have seen something in Young because
that pitch is fouled right back, and we'll do it again on 1 and 2.
Yeah, because everything that they were hitting against her, aside from that one double down the third base line, was hard fly ball contact. Even the 1 out was a sharp line out to left field. Just something about the pitch placement or speed, whatever it was, UCLA figured out something and told it to all their hitters.
Next pitch comes in. It's going to sail high, evening up the count at 2 apiece here. Bragg trying to continue his streak of 4 straight extra base hits by the Bruins. Home run, double, home run, home run. Next pitch will come in from Nemeth. It'll be low in the dirt. Blocked there by Sadel. 3 and 2 now on the second baseman.
And already I'm noticing Nemeth a lot more selective with her heights on the pitches.
As that will be fouled right back.
She's playing a lot more with the up-down than Young was. Young was trying to do a lot of changing up left and right with her pitching, whereas Nemeth already seems to be staying towards the middle of the plate but changing the height against these UCLA hitters.
Nittany Lions opting for a north-south approach as the full count pitch will come in. It'll be a walk. That's ball 4. The extra base hit streak may be over, but the Bruins just continue to reach and keep the offensive pressure on.
Well, yeah, they don't ask how. You just want to keep the line moving if you're UCLA. Seize all the momentum you can in this first inning. Penn State nearly got away with a first-inning ambush. UCLA escaped, and boy, have they seized that momentum in the bottom half of this frame.
We'll continue with catcher Alexis Ramirez, who will see a first pitch ball. Ramirez has an OPS over 1.2, 12 home runs on the campaign. Primary backstop for the Bruins. We'll see another sail high on her. Quickly 2-0. Nemeth's north-south approach has been primarily north, primarily not getting the whiffs yet.
Yeah, she's definitely using that north-south, just can't quite seem to find the zone yet.
The 2-0 will come in. It'll float in there for a called strike. So she does find the zone, this time by going southward.
Maybe that's the key for Nemeth on the circle here, just figure out what works because Penn State just needs any momentum they can get right now.
The 2-1 to Ramirez will be taken for a called strike right down the middle. 2-2. Nemeth looking for the first out against the Bruins since leadoff hitter Riley Slimp. The pitch is going to be fouled off just off the end of the bat. A bit of exasperation for Madison Seidel, who was just hoping that could be the strikeout they were looking for. Instead, we'll do it again on 2-2. So it's Kanaya Bragg off of first, 1 away in the inning. The next pitch from Nemeth is going to be fouled off, first base side out of the ballpark. She's doing a good job to stay alive, 2-2.
That one was a really good pitch for Ramirez to drive. She might be kicking herself about that one. Nemeth left it floating a little bit over the outside edge of the plate. And Ramirez a little bit late on her swing there.
Nemeth's next pitch is going to be grounded foul just past first base. We'll do it one more time. And, I mean, this is the best battle we've seen between hitter and pitcher, and comes after an early call to the bullpen for the Nittany Lions. And we saw an early call to the bullpen last game. That was Oregon against Wisconsin. The Badgers jumped Lindsey Grine early. Next pitch comes in. It's going to be sucked towards center. Hanging up it toward no man's land. The catch will be made on a sliding grab. Throw back to first will not be in time. But a great heads-up play by Natalie Lieto, who makes a sliding grab and almost, just by a foot, misses the double play.
Well, Penn State's 2 outs in this inning have been defensive web gems. First a slide and catch and right. This one from Lieto in center. That ball seemed destined for no man's land and a bloop single for the Bruins. Instead, Lieto makes this sliding grab and nearly picks off for the double play at first.
So that will bring up Sujin Berry, the designated player today. First pitch to her will sail high and out. Sadel dropped it, but she was able to keep it in front of her, keeping Bragg off of first. Berry, only one home run in the campaign. She's been more of a part-time player, as the next pitch will go high and in again. So facing the first lefty, Nemeth has been struggling to find the zone.
Yeah, a very right-handed heavy lineup for UCLA, but it doesn't seem to matter if they're all hitting from the same side of the plate so far, Adam.
The 2-0 from Nemeth will be taken for a called strike just on the outside edge. Still a hitter's count, though. Bruins up early 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. Inning still going after this game was delayed an hour and a half due to the length of the last one. Next pitch from Nemeth will be popped up sky high toward third. That ball will go out of play and into the seats. 2-2.
Good effort there from One Acre, just in case it was playable, but well over the safety netting on that third base side.
Berry on the year has only started 10 times, so she's being tasked with a big assignment. Even though she's lower in the order, it's a big responsibility when the Bruins are looking to punch their ticket to the semifinals. The 2-2 from Nemeth will be taken low and outside. The count is run to full.
Another good battle here between Nemeth and a UCLA hitter. Just a little bit of a change of pace from what the Bruins were seeing from McKenna Young early on.
The 3-2 is going to be popped up sky high and out of play one more time. So another lengthier battle. Nemeth has just not been able to find the put away that she needs. That's why, as you said, Andy, we've seen two web gems defensively that recorded both outs, and then otherwise it's been hard contact or walk. 3-2. The pitch is going to float just outside. Ball 4. Runners will be on first and second for 9-hole hitter Jelena Lamar.
UCLA already hitting through the order in the bottom of the first inning here and making Penn State go into two pitchers. And Jelena Lamar trying to turn over the lineup already in this first inning.
Lamar is almost a back to normal for the Bruins, Andy, if we can even call it normal. An OPS over 1.1. Runners on first and second. First pitch to her will be high and out. Bruins did not seem intent on a double steal, but the Nittany Lions were ready in case it did happen. Now they're going to have a visit on the mound to just try and talk things over. It's been such a hectic first inning for Penn State pitching. The 11 seed already allowing 3 home runs, a double, and 2 walks in this bottom of the first. Still yet to find that third out. Trying to manage around those 2 walks, putting runners on first and second here. So Lamar will try and extend this inning. She's the 9th hitter. As the next pitch will come into her, it'll sail high again, almost over her head. 2-0.
And a little bit of extra conversation between Seidel and Nemeth after that pitch. Just maybe a little bit of miscommunication about the spots or just trying to pick the spots, maybe thinking too much.
The 2-0 is a big swing and a miss. Too early on that fastball. That's the whiff that she had been looking for the past 2 at-bats. Finally, she finds it here. And now Penn State are hoping she can recreate it.
And the catcher Seidel gave a big thumbs up after that one. She loved that pitch from the Meth.
The 2-1 is another big swing and a miss. She recreates it exactly on the next pitch. And now 1 strike away from getting out of this inning, only allowing the 4.
Back-to-back pitches where Seidel pointed back to her pitcher, just trying to inspire that confidence. She seems to have a tiny bit of momentum right now and finish out this inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, looking for the put away. It's right there, big swing and a miss. And Bridget Nemeth strands 2, but the Bruins exploded. Another offensive onslaught. They're up 4-0. We'll take it to the top of the second on WMUC Sports.
You're down 4-0 yet? Different 4-0.
Yeah, at this point, it's just a right back. That's all you can do now.
Start to cheat the bollock of me.
Come on, Kayla. Yeah. I'm all in. They gotta get this.
Welcome back to WMUC Sports. My name is Andy Parr, joined alongside Adam Lipman for the top of the second inning here in College Park. Quarterfinal round of the Big Ten tournament, and Adam, number 3 UCLA really gave it to number 11 Penn State in the bottom half of the first.
So much hard-hit fly ball contact, and that is conducive to success, especially in a smaller park like Maryland's. Andy, as a Maryland fan, I got a flashback to when UCLA were here last year, and they just poured on the runs on Maryland's pitching staff with so many home runs. It makes sense why 2 of their position players were drafted in the top 6 to the AUSL.
And if you're Penn State, you had a lot of good momentum in the first half of that first inning. You just couldn't get any of the runners across the plate. And for the Nittany Lions, trying to spark the first attempt at the comeback is going to be Michaela Barbonente. Tinsley ready in the circle. She steps and delivers. First pitch to Barbonente is catching the edge of the plate for strike 1.
You know, Andy, UCLA fans were really concerned about Tinsley's usage coming into this tournament, and right now she's firing off strikes and her prime stuff. It looks like last week did not deter her at all.
Next pitch coming in here. That one is high for ball number 1 to Barbonente. Barbonente, a .301 hitter for the Nittany Lions this season. 8 long balls for Penn State. Tinsley waiting for her signal on PitchCom. She'll step off. She didn't like what she saw from her catcher there.
I mean, right here, I feel like you can just keep firing into the zone. You don't need to pitch around yet. You want to see what does Penn State have against you in terms of their game plan, and then you can try and adjust around that.
Here comes the pitch. That one grounded down the first base side. It'll roll foul as it's picked up by Woolry. We'll replay the 1-2.
Was that her number in Lake Park as well? That's always been her number, right?
1 and 13 of my notes.
Barbonente 1 for 3 yesterday in the win over Northwestern. This pitch, another foul ball here. We'll see the 1-2 one more time.
I mean, there was just so much concern after against Oregon in the first 2 games. She allowed 18 runs. Not all of them were earned, though. Only 13 of those 18 were earned. But a lot of UCLA fans were so concerned entering this series. Now they don't even have to worry about Oregon in the tournament.
Yeah, the Wisconsin Badgers taking care of the Ducks in the game before this. An electric one in the 3rd game of this day 2 here in College Park. This one grounded, and it'll roll out foul on the 3rd base side. A good battle brewing here between Tinsley and Barbonente.
And Andy, I think it's just so encouraging for UCLA that they see how disrupted the timing is for Penn State right now, that it just hasn't been the A-swings yet. And yes, there was the double by Klausovich, but that was just the one that they've had success on. Otherwise, they just haven't been able to square one up yet.
The 1-2 for the 3rd time. This one, check swing. Able to hold up there was Barbonente. Takes it down low for ball 2.
Plate discipline has been so crucial for Penn State. They really look sharp, only trying to swing in the zone. I really think they're so close, Andy, to getting that first long ball.
Tinsley has her sign, ready in the circle. Steps and delivers. This one bounces in front of home plate. Count runs full. And Penn State, if you're trying to spark a comeback, this has been a good battle here from Barbonente to try and get something brewing for her bench.
It's been such a great battle because Tinsley is a power pitcher. She's trying to overpower you with her stuff. If you can get her to throw more of her maximum effort stuff early, that can exhaust her, potentially shorten her leash in this game.
Tinsley delivers the full count inside, ball 4. Barbonente scampers down to first base. Leadoff runner aboard for the Nittany Lions here in the top of the 2nd.
The leadoff hitter has not been at all the issue for Penn State. They've had both reach, and they've set the table properly. It's just, can they cash in? That's something that eluded them in the first, where they stranded runners on 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out. now they're trying to change that narrative.
I'll bring up the first baseman, Gabby Gradishar. First pitch she sees from Tinsey, finds the zone for strike number 1. Gradishar, 283 hitter this year, not as much power, only 4 long balls, but 29 RBIs, so she's good at driving in runs when the table's set. Pitch stays high for ball 1.
You know, laying off on tough pitches like that where you're just barely above the zone, that's so important because it tells Taylor Tinsey, I have to go in the zone against you, and it gives Penn State chances to square up the ball and make damage contact.
The 1-1 here, this one skied into left field, tracking in under it and catching it for the Bruins is Riley Slimp, out number 1 here for Penn State.
Andy, that was a fantastic swing. That's just one that if it was a power hitter who took it, that would have been a long fly ball out of this ballpark. But instead, for the shorter Gradishar, he just doesn't have that raw strength to power it out. If the launch angle was a little bit lower, she might have had a line drive base hit.
Speaking of non-power hitters, here comes Kaylee Walters at 1. Able to hold up on the check swing for ball 1 on the outside pitch. Walters, no home runs this season, but a 289 hitter and a lot of good speed on the base pads.
I see what you're doing there. Trying to announce or jinx it. I respect it, Andy.
I like a good, exciting game, Adam. The 1-0, able to find the zone there. Kaylee Walters, one of these softball hitters who likes to do the charge step into her swing.
You might have to wait a little bit longer for that home run, especially if she's going to do that charge up. It reduces your power at the plate.
The 1-1 here, swings through it for strike number 2. Tinsey, a really good pitch there, tailing away into the right-handed batter's box for the left-handed hitting Walters there. Penn State shortstop now standing in the box with a 1-2 count. Tinsey has her sign, steps and delivers from the circle, swing and a miss. Ball, though, into the backstop. They're going to say it was a foul tip. We'll get the 1-2 one more time.
And that was really just off the end of the bat. And, I mean, for Walters, you have to wonder why she wouldn't try bunting at the start of this at-bat if she's going to keep doing the charge step, because ultimately that's the goal. And, yes, she's being shaded in to bunt by this infield defense, but you still want to at least give it a go with a runner only on first.
1-2 again. Walters swings and fouls it backwards. Staying alive at the plate here for Penn State. And now this is 3 batters this inning where Tinsey's really had to work for the out or whatever the play is, Adam. The 1-2 again, this one outside, ball number 2.
And you make a great point, Andy, that Tinsey has had to labor here, and it's forcing more of her sequences to be revealed to the Nittany Lions, which could really help them if they make it second time, third time through the order, try and tee off of her.
Yeah, their goal right now is to get back to Brianna Hannock in that 1 hole. The 2-2 here. This one, swing and a miss. Ball, though, gets away from the catcher, and everybody's going to be safe.
Not exactly how you would draw it up, but the Nittany Lions will surely take it. It's going to be a huge play. I mean, completely changing the calculus of this inning.
Michaela Barbonente went all the way to third base, but on the drop third strike, you're only allowed to advance up by 1. So umpires will move her back over to second.
So she's unhappy with that call, it looks like, at second, talking things over with the umpire at the base.
No, she should be out there.
So we'll see what happens here. Umpires are now going to huddle up and figure out what's happening.
Only Kayla should be at third this week.
Taylor should be out there because the ball was
Umpires now huddling up on the infield. A bit of a confusing play right there. I mean, on a drop third strike with 1 out and a runner on first, I would think the batter has to be out if the base is occupied at.
I mean, Andy, I would think that it's because if the ball might have rolled into the dugout of the Bruins, and that could be what's causing concern there. Because if it goes into the dugout, that's supposed to be an extra 90 feet, or 60 feet for softball, an extra base. And we're just going to have to see what's the story here, because you would think it'd be runners on first and second. The question is, can Barbonente go from second to third? That's what's being discussed here, because there was never the throw made at first, and you you have to wonder what the result of this play is going to be. I mean, one of the more confusing sequences we've seen all tournament.
So it looks like what the ruling is the out counts at the plate for Kaylee Walters since their first base was occupied, but because the ball got away from Ramirez behind the dish, that does still allow the opportunity for Barbonente to go up to second base. So it is 2 outs, runner on second, and Madison Seidel coming up to the plate.
So, I mean, ultimately, you know, we were talking about bunting for her earlier. She basically gets that done in the most convoluted way possible.
A very confusing way to move the runner up 60 feet while sacrificing the out, but as you said, Adam, it's essentially a sac bunt when it's all said and done. It'll only affect the average. And now the 9-hole hitter, Penn State's catcher, Madison Seidel, getting ready in the right-handed batter's box. Nittany Lions with 2 outs, but a runner in scoring position. Tinsey has her sign in the circle, steps and throws. That one runs inside, ball 1.
And it right here for Seidel, it hasn't been the hitting campaign that she was looking for. An OPS of 654, an average of exactly 200. The infield is playing back for the Bruins. I would try a push bunt toward third.
We'll see if she does just that. Seidel ready in the box, standing very far behind home plate. That one well outside, ball 2.
Well, look, I actually would only try the push bunt if there's anything in the zone. I mean, I just think that's such a tough play over there for Brie Alejandre, who would have to charge in and practically barehanded, if not barehanded, to try and get an out at first.
Completely agree. UCLA infield very far back here. This one to Seidel. That one was middle of the plate. She swings through and fouls it back into the netting.
Because let's say you do the push bunt. That puts runners on the corners in theory, or at least runners on first and second for the top of your order. And that's exactly where you would want to be. 2 ducks on the pond could be a great situation.
The 2-1 here. Tinsey steps and throws. That one low for ball number 3.
I mean, for Tinsey right here, you've got to be in attack mode. Yes, you got the strikeout and the call went in your favor. This is the 9-hole hitter. You don't want to pitch around someone like that, especially when it just hasn't been their year hitting-wise.
And you've got to be very scared of Brianna Hannock in the on-deck circle. This one able to catch the inside edge of the plate. Strike 2 called. Full count with 2 outs and a runner on second.
This is such a pivotal pitch because for Seidel, she would love to take a walk. That would be her goal at the plate. For Tinsey, she can't afford to have a miss. So the question is, will Seidel be too passive at the plate?
Tinsey throws it here, grounded to short. Throw over to first in time. Second straight inning where Tinsey's able to escape the jam. UCLA still holds Penn State off the board. We'll be back for the bottom of the second on WMUC Sports.
They swing for the fence.
Look at that wind. Well, now they have the run lane too. Like literally all of their homes.
Oh.
Built like athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a different build.
They're built like
They're thick and stocky and just.
but they're tall too.
Just yeah.
They're very, very thick.
That right fielder. I mean, she's a hitter. She just right. If we keep putting the ball in play defensively, we could exploit it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you gotta pay them.
Welcome back to WMUC Sports. My name is Andy Parr, joined alongside Adam Lipman here from the second round of the Big Ten tournament. Number 3, UCLA in command here in the bottom of the second inning against number 11, Penn State. And Adam, top of the lineup, back up to the plate for UCLA here, but first time that all these hitters are going to be facing Bridget Nemeth.
Well, I mean, Andy, if you missed the first inning for whatever reason, running late, internet not working, don't worry. The top of the order is back.
First pitch here to Slim. She fakes the bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. Riley Slimp trying to get on base the soft way. And the Penn State fans in front of us not happy about that one bit. The 1-0 count here, that one high for ball number 2.
Well, for Slip, she was one of only 3 to not reach. That was alongside Alexis Ramirez and Jelena Lamar.
Slimp had a good piece of contact, though, lining a ball into left field. That one high and outside for ball number 3.
I mean, for the Nittany Lions, they were already a little bit spent after yesterday taking down Northwestern pitching-wise. Now today, their starter, McKenna Young, knocked out after a third of an inning.
That one able to catch the outside edge of the plate. Strike one called there. Riley Slimp started moving towards first base, now stepping back into the left-handed box. Slimp, the first hitter of this 3-headed monster at the top of the UCLA order, lines that one into center field, down for a base hit, rolling to the wall. Slimp running towards second base. She's got a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the second here.
The extra base hits just continue for the Bruins. Now Riley Slimp has picked one up, and there are only 4 hitters today that haven't for the Bruins. That's the bottom 4 in their order.
And 2 of those 4 reached via a walk, Adam. Now that brings up Megan Grant, who hit an absolute no-doubt moonshot to straightaway center last time. First pitch to her is outside for ball number 1. Megan Grant now up to 36 home runs in 2026 after that moonshot in the bottom of the first. Here comes the 1-0 from Nemeth. That one low again, ball number 2.
And I mean, I think the Nittany Lion approach here, just pitch around Grant. Try and go after Woolery maybe, but Grant you don't want any part of.
I'm not sure how much you want of Woolery either. There's not a lot of hitters you can avoid in this UCLA lineup. That one able to find the zone there, called strike 1 on Grant. Megan Grant playing in right field today for the Bruins, standing in this left-handed batter's box. Pitch from Nemeth, just a bit inside there, ball 3 called.
Grant was a bit relieved on that, dropping to almost one knee, just taking a big deep breath of exasperation.
The 3-1 here, Nemeth steps and delivers that one, catches the outside edge of the plate, strike 2 called. Full count here for Megan Grant. Megan Grant yet to swing at a pitch this at-bat. Count is full between her and Bridget Nemeth. Nemeth has her sign on PitchCom. Ready in the circle. She has her grip, steps and throws. That one high to Grant, ball 4. Megan Grant, a walk after the leadoff double from Slimp.
It's already 3 walks for Nemeth, who is just not been able to find the zone with enough efficiency or get the whiffs needed to fight her way back into at-bats, and it's just created a troubling situation for Penn State. Runners on first and second, still no one out.
And now here comes the last third of that 3-headed monster at the top of this UCLA order. It's first baseman Jordan Woolery. First pitch to her, inside for strike number 1. Woolery, the only one who didn't hit a fly ball in that first inning for UCLA, instead going down the third base line for a double to the wall. Nemeth ready for the 0-1. She throws it, and Woolery swings through strike number 2.
That was just an ugly hack from Woolery, who you don't often see take swings like that, but just completely misread it out of the hand, and now down 0-2.
Woolery swinging right underneath that ball. She seemed to have timing off right there. That one outside, ball 1 called.
Faking the bunt there for a second, Andy, and I think that was just to try and play mind games that don't throw it in the zone. Give me another.
2 runners on for Woolery. This one skied on the first base side, well foul and into the camera well here at College Park. Souvenir for first base camera operator for Big Ten Network.
Well, the 2 of them, their home runs combined are almost their entire game.
We'll see the 1-2 once more. Woolery ready in the box. That one well high for ball number 2.
You have to have a challenge pitch right here in the zone against Woolery. If you get beat, you get beat, but she's checking her bat over the plate, trying to take advantage of that.
Here comes the 2-2. Woolry sends this one high down the first base side. Will it be playable? No. Bounces off the side of the Penn State bullpen for a foul ball. And Adam, if you look at those flags in left center field, there is a steady wind that is very nice for these right-handed hitting UCLA Bruins.
It'll definitely help them if they're going toward right, but if they're trying to go to center, it could maybe kill their line drive, so that changes your offensive approach.
The 2-2 here. Woolry grounds it to short. They're going to just choose to take the one out at first. No opportunity for the double play, but the relay is made there between Kaylee Walters and Gabby Gradishar for out number 1. Both runners advance, so now they're on second and third for Alina Garcia, who had a 2-run shot back in the bottom of the first. Garcia sees the first pitch. That one floats outside, ball number 1.
And Penn State is just in a tough spot right now because they almost have to nibble around this Bruins heart of the order, but there's danger in that.
Second pitch here, same spot, ball number 2.
Because if you're going to nibble around, you're going to put runners on, and then you're at more risk if you allow damage contact. 2
currently in scoring position for UCLA. That time it drops low and inside. A 3-0 count for Alina Garcia. And Adam, I feel like if there's any situation to have a green light, Alina Garcia should be swinging away hard right here.
I mean, if you can also just take the walk and know that Alejandre has got your back. They went back-to-back last inning.
Here comes the pitch from Nemeth. That one able to find the zone. Strike 1 called. Taking all the way there was Alina Garcia. 3-1 with 1 out and runners on second and third for the Bruins. Garcia watches ball 4 bounce on home plate, and she'll walk down to first. Bases are loaded for Bri Alejandre, who launched a very far home run in the bottom of the first.
She went back-to-back with Garcia, knocked McKenna Young out of the game. And for Bridget Nemeth, there's no one coming in the bullpen. This is her inning. This is her gem to get out of somehow. And she'll have to try and find something. I mean, for the lanky right-hander, she has a north-south approach, and it just hasn't produced the whiffs necessary yet.
Alejandre ready in the box. Takes strike 1 there. Bridget Nemeth trying to calm herself down. Only 1 away here with the bases loaded. She's ready for the 0-1. Tosses it. Alejandre swings in foul territory. Going to be unplayable as it bounces into the bleachers on this first base side.
But it is certainly an encouraging sign for Penn State that the fly ball contact has drastically dropped. None of the hitters so far this inning have had one.
Another foul ball here from Alejandre, this time straight back of home plate. And Nemeth ahead 0-2 here. Here comes the 0-2 from Nemeth. This one swung on and missed. Strikeout there for Bridget Nemeth, out number 2 of the inning.
A huge strikeout. She found the whiff stuff right there on the fastball, and that was a pivotal out, arguably the biggest out of this game so far, Andy.
Absolutely. UCLA had all the momentum, and now she just needs to get past Kanaya Bragg as that one just misses high for ball 1.
And those borderline calls are so much more important for Penn State, who are trying to live in the shadow of the zone and avoid the heart.
Second pitch here to Bragg. She swings through it. Strike 1 there.
Now the Bruins, yes, they have that 4-0 lead, but they're swinging so early. They're really trying to pull the ball, and they're just trying to add on and end this game early.
Bases loaded here for Bragg. She swings, sends this one into center. Should be playable for Lieto. She's got it. And Penn State escapes the inning unscathed. What a recovery from Bridget Nemeth. And she'll watch her offense take the field when we come back on WMUC Sports.
Welcome back on WMEC Sports. It's the top of the third inning. The Nittany Lions are back at the plate, but the UCLA Bruins hold a 4-0 lead. And for Penn State, Andy, they're looking to build off a big stop in the bottom of the second where they stranded the bases loaded.
Yeah, Bridget Nemeth absolutely seizing the momentum for the Nittany Lions. UCLA had bases loaded with 1 out. Nemeth able to get a strikeout at the plate with Bri Alejandre, then forces a fly out from Kanaya Bragg to escape the inning with no runs against. And now if you're Penn State, the momentum's on your side here. Top of the order is turning back over to face Tinsey for the second time. If you're the Nittany Lions, this is where you have to capitalize.
That top of the order, first time through, recorded a single and a double, but ultimately would strand both runners on second and third respectively. Brianna Hannock had that leadoff base hit. She's getting ready to go in the box. Taylor Tinsey just staring her down right off the mound. Hannock has been an elite table setter for this Penn State team that is trying to pull off an underdog run. 3 seed versus 11 seed. Tinsey's ready to go. First pitch will come in. It's a fastball low and inside. 1-0.
Well, Hannock hammered the very first pitch of this game into center field. This time, Tinsey decides to give her something that's unhittable. Hannock wisely lays off there.
So Tinsey has that 4-run cushion to work with here against Penn State. She's got her sign, knee crunch, and it'll be popped up sky high, foul out of play behind the netting.
That one dangerously close to the high home camera well, but zero reaction there from the operator, a seasoned pro operating behind home plate for Big Ten Network today.
Big Ten Network is covering all of the games in this tournament, and WMEC Sports is doing so as well. It's 1-1 on Hannock. Tinsey will check her pitch com, gets ready to go. Pitch comes in, it'll be low and inside again, nearly identical to the first one, and it's a hitter's count for Hannock.
Really good eye here from Hannock so far. That first pitch of the game was in the zone. She sends it into center field for a single. She fouled off the only one that's been in the zone this at bat. Anything that's not close, she's been able to hold her bat and lay off so far.
The 2-1 is a big swing and a miss. Too early on that pitch. Count will even here at 2 apiece. Bruins defense shifted back, expecting something hard hit on the ground.
Yeah, cue the announcer.
Mid-range here, though.
Cue the announcer's jinx on me there.
Well, Andy, we'll have to see. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tinsey looking for a put away. She won't find it here, just foul it off. And off that front foot, the righty swinging Hannock.
Yeah, Hannock trying to walk that one off. That one straight into her left foot there. Ball fouled off the toe, never fun as a hitter.
So she'll take a moment to just try and walk it off, as you said, put a little bit of weight on it. Still yet to step back into the box. Time had been granted. Tinsey takes the opportunity to get her sign. She likes what she sees from Ramirez. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be taken inside again. The count's run to full, and the pressure is on here. The Bruins still yet to get the leadoff hitter out against Penn State. She'll check her pitch com one more time, trying to find a full count, put away. It'll come in and just be fouled off towards the Bruins dugout but blocked by that front net screen.
And that one, another one off of the toe of Hannock right there. She immediately jumped as soon as she hit that ball. That left foot has got to be screaming right now for number 17 in blue.
Well, she's trying her best to just stay in it for the team. Left fielder has set the tone so often this season for a Penn State squad that was not always certain a tournament spot would be coming their way. They were able to secure number 11, just ahead of number 12, Minnesota, who lost to Washington yesterday. It was after a lengthy rain delay yesterday morning, and would have been a chaotic opening to this tournament. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tinsey one more time. It'll be taken low. Ball 4. The leadoff hitter is reached for the 3rd straight inning for Penn State.
Really good at bat there from Brianna Hannock. A couple of foul balls, 2 of them going off of her left foot. Ultimately able to draw the walk. She outlasts Tinsey in the batter's box. And now Allison Oneacre, arguably the freshman of the year in the Big Ten, coming into the right-handed hitting box.
Oneacre hitting .370 on the campaign with a runner off of first. First pitch to her will be taken for a called strike just inside. I mean, Andy, that's not a pitch you can really drive.
No, absolutely not. I like the take there from Winokur. Yes, it's called strike one, but if you're a hitter and you have that hitter's count, there's no reason to be swinging at that inside jam pitch.
0-1, Tinsey ready to go. Next pitch will come in. It will find the zone again. So after a back-and-forth battle with Hannick, quickly up 0-2 against Winokur, arguably the fiercest hitter in the Nittany Lions lineup. Tinsey checks for her sign. Hannick off of first. The 0-2 comes in. It is going to be popped up sky high out of the park behind the plate. We're doing what again?
Yeah, and Winokur's got to be very careful right here. All three pitches from Tinsey. She's been trying to get her to jam on the inside. The first two times Winokur took them, hoping she would get the ball call. Didn't get either of them, and now she's got to protect hard here.
Protecting on 0-2 as Tinsey's pitch comes in. It's a big swing and a miss. Chasing low and out of the zone. That'll be just the third strikeout for Tinsey.
Good pitch there. She'd been going inside that entire at bat. That time she just drops the floor out. That pitch diving right at the end, completely unhittable, but it looked just like those two called strikes coming in.
Just a lethal tunnel for Tinsey as she now takes on Brooke Klosevich for the second time. First pitch will zip in and be a called strike inside. That fastball, a little bit extra life there.
Yeah, that fastball with a little bit of extra heat. And Brooke Klosevich, she was the one who doubled back in the top of the first inning for Penn State, putting two runners in scoring position for the Nittany Lions before they ultimately squander that opportunity to jump ahead early.
0-1 on the designated player for Penn State. Still a runner off of first as the next pitch comes in from Tinsey. It's taken for a called strike just at the bottom of the zone. That passivity is not going the Nittany Lions' way.
No, it feels like every time they're taking a pitch, it's in that shadow of the zone. When they're pitching, they haven't been getting the calls, and then at the plate, it's been going all UCLA.
0-2 from Tinsey will be taken low. No bite on that changeup. Klosevich will see another. She does a little bit of a motion mimicking her leg kick there, the front leg kick so crucial to her swing. Already a double in this game, as Andy mentioned. The 1-2 will be just fouled off the tip of the bat. Ramirez, bit of a lunging behind the back throw over back to the mound. All just for dramatics, though. That was already a foul ball.
Yeah, really good challenge pitch there from Tinsey. Trying to go high at the top of the zone, bringing the heat. Klosevich barely able to catch up and foul that off.
Tinsey getting her sign from Ramirez. Runner off of first. The 1-2 incoming. Here it is. It's going to be grounded towards short. Flip over to second. Relay over to first is in time. Double play for the Bruins. They turn two to end this top of the third inning. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the third here on WMUC Sports. Welcome back to WMUC Sports for our continued coverage of the Big Ten softball tournament hosted here at the Maryland Softball Stadium. The UCLA Bruins are up 4-0 in the fourth and final quarterfinal game in the tournament. It'll be 7-8-9 in the Bruins order, taking on Bridget Nemeth, who enters a third inning of work. Alexis Ramirez flew out to straightaway center in what was a highlight reel catch for Natalie Lieto, but ultimately a catch nonetheless. She'll try and set the table after the Bruins were unable to score last inning despite having the bases loaded. So for Bridget Nemeth, she's just trying to keep Penn State in the game. Their offense has only mounted 2 hits through 3 innings.
And if you're Bridget Nemeth, 2 of the 3 hitters coming up for UCLA this inning are people who you got out their first time up. You can't say that about many of these UCLA hitters. So for Nemeth, this is the part of the lineup where you want to try and capitalize, get that quick inning, and put your offense right back out onto the field.
So she'll toss the ball over towards second with Michaela Barbonente trying to get ready to go here. It's just a little playful back and forth. Penn State trying to keep things light even though they trail 4-0. And Alexis Ramirez will square up at the dish. And first pitch will be fouled right back, just weakly off the end of the bat, quickly 0-1.
Ramirez, as mentioned before, flew out back in the first inning, but still a very formidable hitter at the bottom of this UCLA order. .389 on the season with 12 home runs.
The 0-1 comes in. It'll be outside and high, evening up the count at 1 apiece. Penn State are playing their outfield just shy of the warning track by a few feet. Infield middle is at full maximum depth. So the next pitch comes in. It's socked towards center. Lieto giving chase at the track at the wall. It is gone. Just over the top of the wall. Alexis Ramirez joins the home run party. UCLA up 5-0.
Well, that one had me fooled, Adam. When it came off the bat, I didn't think Alexis Ramirez got enough of that, especially going to straightaway center. But that ball just did not die, carrying all the way to center field. Lieto even tracked it to the wall. She did a little half jump at the warning track and then realized that it was just a little bit too far gone. And that's the 4th long ball of the day for the UCLA hitting core.
And Andy, you mentioned last inning about the wind and how it would help right-handed hitters. Right there, it does exactly that for Alexis Ramirez. But Sujin Berry will step up to the dish. She'll see a called strike to start off her second at-bat. Last time up, she worked a full count walk, extending that bottom of the first inning. Berry, one of the lighter hitting players in this lineup, as the next pitch will be low, evening up the count at 1 apiece.
Not just one of the lighter hitting hitters, but one of the few lefties in this UCLA lineup. Not able to take the same advantage for this wind.
As the next pitch will be a called strike right in there. Nemeth trying to rebound after the leadoff home run in this frame. Already up 1-2. She has the flexibility to try and throw a pitch outside the zone. The 1-2 comes in. It's going to be socked toward left center. That's going to be down and go all the way to the wall. Berry around first, heading toward second. She'll stop there sliding. It's back-to-back extra base hits. The Bruins are on a roll.
Pop-up double right there for Sujin Berry. This one, pitch over the middle of the plate. She decides to take it to the opposite field, rolls all the way to the right field wall, giving her the chance to round first base. Has just enough time to slide in and do the pop-up slide, then hits the celebration to the UCLA dugout right after. Bruins back-to-back extra bases in the bottom of the third here.
That turns things over to 9-hole hitter Jelena Lamar. She struck out swinging to end the first inning. First pitch to her will be a called strike right down the middle. Lamar trying to turn over this lineup. Her number is good outright on their own, but she's a secondary speed threat in that 9 spot. Next pitch to her will float in for another called strike. Being passive again early, just like last at-bat, but she struck out swinging.
That was a very nasty pitch there, though, from Bridget Nemeth. That ball just floating over the zone. It seemed like it was rising at the end.
The 0-2 is going to be taken low and in.
And with an 0-2 pitch, I really like that tactic. Jelena Lamar has been very passive so far, so sitting there 0-2, you think she might be willing to get a little bit more aggressive and chase something on the inside right there. Don't mind that 0-2 pitch one bit from Nemeth.
Sujin Berry off second. Next pitch comes in. It's going to be socked high, deep toward left center. It'll hang up in left and off the top of the wall. Stopping at third and heading around is Berry. She will score. The ball gets away at third. It's going to be a double and then an advancement for Jelena Lamar. The bottom of the Bruins order coming through at big time.
Well, this is a play where it really could have been a stand-up triple out of the box, but Sujin Berry wasn't sure if it was going to be caught in center. She was tagging up at second base, waiting to see what happened. As soon as the ball's off the top of the wall, she's scrambling around third, still has enough time, even waiting for that ball to hit the wall before she started moving. It's all UCLA right now in College Park.
Just some heads-up base running as we'll have another Nittany Lions call to the bullpen. We'll have that new pitcher for you when we come back on WMUC Sports.
Every bathroom break you come back with one, you can get the meat sweats tonight.
I love these jerseys. You guys like pay for it.
Have you had the real jerky though from the bread shows, the Barnier? No. Not. I think Gab had Brooke try some. She brought some in.
She's like, yeah, I'll fold my ticket.
Welcome back to WMUC Sports. The bottom of the third inning. Bruins already have two this frame. They're up 6-0 over the Penn State Nittany Lions, who have made another call to their bullpen. They've called upon now Brevin Kelopouris, the lefty, to try and handle the top of the Bruins order, who are hitting for the third time today. She is in the uniform you might not expect, typically listed as number 5. She's wearing a number 22 jersey.
Yeah,
Who does
she
that
threw
jersey originally belong to? We don't know.
She threw off both of us when we were looking through her notes. We saw 22 walking into the circle, and we were scrambling to figure out who it was.
First pitch to lefty Riley Slimp will be a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Slimp 1 for 2 on the day. She did have a double her last time off. That was against Bridget Nemeth, who exits this game after allowing 2 earned and an inning and 2/3. Next pitch comes in. It'll be another called strike, low in. Quickly 0-2 on the lefty leadoff.
Left-handed Kelopouris has a .476 ERA through 31 appearances this season, through just over 60 innings for Penn State.
The 0-2 sails high, 1-2 here. Slim trying to extend an inning that's already seen multiple extra base hits. 3 straight, in fact. The 1-2 will be taken outside, a stabbing grab by Seidel to keep it from going to the backstop.
And if you're UCLA, this is the first time you're seeing a left-handed pitcher in the circle today. Maybe Penn State just trying to throw everything at him at this point after they went up 6-0 to try and turn the tides.
Runner on third and Lamar. Kelopouris will deal. It'll be grounded weakly foul toward third. So still nobody out in the inning. The sequence that knocked out Bridget Nemeth, a home run to Alexis Ramirez, a double to Sujin Berry, and another double to 9-hole hitter Jolena Lamar. Top of the order coming up. The Nittany Lions wanted a new look, and now Riley Slimps in a 2-2 count. Kelopouris has her sign. It's a big swing and a miss at the top of the zone. Left on left gets the job done. A big first out in the third inning.
Excellent,
the Nittany Lions.
Excellent piece of pitching there from Kelopouris. 2-2 count. She decides to dial up the high heat. She noticed Slimp had a tough time laying off those pitches at the top of the zone. Gives her something at her eyes. Slimp can't hold up the bat. Swings right through strike number 3.
Next up, it's the lefty Megan Grant. First pitch to her will be taken outside. She'll go on one knee and using her bat as a form of support here. It's a bright pink bat, just alongside Jordan Woolery, her fellow Bash sister. The 1-0 from Kelopouris, a big swing and a miss. Too early on the fastball from the lefty, and Andy, I think you're right. This different look is throwing the Bruins off.
Well, and this is the second straight time that we've seen Megan Grant just have a bit of an uncharacteristic swing on a 1-0 count, just going right underneath it.
The 1-1 is going to be popped up sky high. Shading under it is Gradishar. She will make the catch. Staying at third is Lamar. It's a big second out. top two in the order taken down by Kalapouris.
Big late adjustment there from Gradishar. She lost it in the night sky for a moment, had to take a last moment step to her right. It ended up catching the ball closer to her hip than her head, but still out number 2 on the pop out, and that'll bring up Jordan Woolery with 2 outs now and a runner on third.
Woolery 1 for 2 on the day, trying to drive Lamar home. Kalapouris is ready to go. First pitch will be low and inside. No bite there from Woolery. 1-0 count here. Infield is at somewhat medium depth, playing deep in the shortstop hole. It's Kaylee Walters. The 1-0 to Woolery is going to float just outside. 2-0 now. Two-0 count, 2 away in the inning. Kalapouris will deal a big swing and a miss, low outside corner. That's a big first strike in this at-bat.
Well, and Adam, the other thing to note about Kalapouris, not only is she the first lefty, she works much faster than either of the first 2 Penn State pitchers. Her rhythm is very quick. UCLA does not have a lot of time to adjust at the plate.
2-1 will be socked toward right. That ball will hang up, and the catch will be made out there by Frankie Flesher. 2 runs will score in the inning for UCLA with 3 straight extra base hits. The Bruins will take a 6-0 lead to the top of the 4th inning.
Welcome back to WMUC Sports. My name is Andy Parr, joined alongside Adam Lipman here for the top of the 4th inning in College Park, second round of the Big Ten tournament. UCLA currently with a 6-0 lead over number 11 Penn State, Adam.
It's just been all Bruins so far, and it's really been because of their slug. They're getting the ball in the air, and they're being rewarded by this ballpark, one of the smallest in the Big Ten, the easiest to hit home runs at. The Bruins are taking full advantage.
Take full advantage they have, and not to be lost is Tinsey in the circle for UCLA. She's found herself in jams a few times tonight and has found a way to keep Penn State off the score sheet each time. Something she hasn't done yet is retire the leadoff hitter. Natalie Lieto trying to keep that streak up for the Nittany Lions here. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back behind home plate. Tinsey receives the ball after the foul. Getting ready again in the circle, has her new sign. Steps and delivers here. Lieto takes it for strike number 2.
I mean, this is the kind of efficiency that you need if you're Tinsey. You want to get the bats back up because already up 6-0. You only need 2 more runs in the next 2 innings to end this game early.
Lieto 0 for 1 with a K today, currently in an 0-2 count. Pitch here from Tinsey, bounces over home plate, and no, it bounced off the elbow first, so another leadoff runner aboard for the Nittany Lions with the hit by pitch.
They've gotten the leadoff hitter on the same amount of times as the Bruins, yet they have not been able to score a run. It's just they've been unable to cash in, move runners over, drive them in. But the middle of this Nittany Lions order has to try and change things right here.
Here comes Frankie Flesher, who had a ground out back in the first. First pitch to her, skies it into left field, should be playable, it is. Turns into a line out. Promising piece of contact there, but it ends up right in the glove of Riley Slimp.
It's Funny, Andy, the charge up was used there to try and get a little bit of extra power on it. A bit too much extra power. It just lined right into the glove of Slim.
Now bring up Michaela Barbonente, who had a battle with Tinsey back in the second inning. It turned into a leadoff walk for her. Barbonente ready in the right-handed hitting box. Tinsey has her signal in the circle, steps and throws. That one catches the inside edge of the plate, strike one call.
Barbonente was really one of the toughest hitters for Tinsey so far, working a full count walk and fouling off so many pitches that just forced Tinsey to labor.
The 0-1 from Tinsey, she's ready in the circle. Throws this towards home plate, skips it over the dirt, ball one there.
And, you know, with this large lead, Andy, when you're up by 6, you have the flexibility to pitch around and not be worried about, let's say, a mistake pitch here and there. But you also just want to try and remain efficient. If whoever wins this game has at least 2 more to play if they want to win a championship, and you have to be thinking with that in mind as well.
Here comes the 1-1 from Tinsey, well outside, ball 2 there. Barbonente, who worked one heck of a net batter first time up, already with a 2-1 count here, favoring the hitter. Tinsey trying to even it up here. Steps and throws. This one runs inside, ball 3. Taylor Tinsey seems to be struggling with Michaela Barbonente both times they've faced off. Barbonente and hitters count 3-1, runner on first. This one swung on and fouled down the first base side over our heads here in College Park.
The timing on that swing was exactly what Barbonente needed. She was just under it by really the height of one softball. So if she is able to try and square it up here, that could be exactly the swing she needs to slug for power.
Payoff pitching coming from Tinsey. Comes in, swing and a miss. Barbonente swings right through strike number 3, 4th K of the day for Taylor Tinsey.
And when you have that lead, you can have challenge pitches. You're not afraid of going in the zone. Tinsey, with no fear, goes after Barbonente and picks up yet another strikeout.
Brings up Gabby Gratishar to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a flyout today. Right-handed hitting Gratishar watches ball 1 as it sails into the lefty batter's box. And that'll warrant a little bit of a visit between Tinsey and umpires break it up immediately as she was just adjusting her footing at the front of that circle. Tinsey has her sign for the 1-0. Gratishar ready in the box. Tinsey throws it to home. That one stays outside, ball 2. Tinsey trying to attack the outside part of the plate with Gratishar here. Missed very wide the first time, came much closer on pitch number 2. Both of them, though, called balls. The 2-0 here. Gratishar able to catch the outside edge that time. She made the slight adjustment, strike 1.
For Tinsey, she's just trying to keep things easy. She knows she doesn't need her A-grade stuff right now until Penn State starts to mount more of a threat.
The 2-1, that one well outside for ball number 3. Hitters count for Gratishar with a runner on first. Penn State trailing 6-0 here in the top of the 4th, 2 outs. Nittany Lions trying to get any momentum before the lineup turns back over to UCLA. Pitch here, swung and fouled back into the safety net, and count now full.
I think for Tinsey right here, you want to just go in the zone again. If you get punished for it with damage contact, you can afford that. You have plenty of room to work with, and yes, there's a runner off at first, but you can allow that right here. You want to just attack hitters right now.
Tinsey has her payoff pitch. She throws it, and it's high for ball number 4. Another runner aboard for Penn State. 2 outs, runners on first and second.
You know, Andy, we've seen so many rallies with 1 or 2 outs, and for Penn State, they've just been missing that big hit in the spot they need it the most. Right now, that could all change with Kaylee Walters, who really has a great chance to turn things around.
And slow your roll there. Kaylee Walters is being called back to the bench. They're going to send in a pinch hitter. It's going to be number 10, Jordan George, coming in for the Nittany Lions. 286 hitter through 26 appearances this season.
an interesting move to make, you know, going to the bench so early. Yes, Walters had that strikeout swinging, but just working the count a little bit. It wasn't an at-bat that would make you react with disgust or anything. It's just Tinsey is such an elite pitcher in this conference.
And it's just been, nothing's been going right for Penn State today. You're just trying to shake up anything at the bottom of this order with a runner in scoring position. George, very low stance in the right-handed box. She takes strike one there down the middle of the plate. Jordan George was 1 for 2 yesterday in the win over Northwestern. 0-1 pitch there, takes it high, ball one call.
And I mean, for George, it has to feel good at the plate knowing that Penn State believes that you have the best chance of getting that hit that they need, that they've been seeking all game.
The 1-1 from Tinsey. She steps and throws. George swings through it for strike number 2.
That was I'm trying to get us back in the ball game swing. So much power on it, and you might have to slow down the bat speed just to make a little bit of contact.
The 1-2 here. Tinsey wasting no time. Swing and a miss. Taylor Tinsey, 2 strikeouts this inning. And Penn State puts another goose egg on the scoreboard in the 4th. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th and the UCLA hitters on WMUC Sports. Welcome back to WMUC Sports. My name is Andy Parr, joined alongside Adam Lipman here in the second round of the Big Ten tournament from College Park. A date with Wisconsin tomorrow on the line between UCLA and Penn State. And Adam, right now, UCLA currently in command, up 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
They're up 6-0, Andy, and for both teams, they're thinking about tomorrow and how they can best get there. For Penn State, they need to at least give themselves a chance. That means you can't let UCLA get to 8 runs, because then you would have to score at least a few, knowing that the Bruins have been so relentless. They've been only held scoreless once. That was when they stranded the bases loaded. The pressure has consistently been on this Nittany Lion pitching staff. But both teams are on such different trajectories. Penn State came into this tournament as a massive underdog, the 11 seed, who took down Northwestern just to make it here. For the Bruins, this is their first game of the tournament. 3 seed trying to avoid another West Coast upset like we saw Wisconsin. Really the miracle run, you could say, so far of this tournament, who took down Oregon. I don't think anyone would have expected that coming into the game, honestly. And after walking off Purdue, who had the highest batting average player in the conference, they're now on such a roll that you want to go into that with all hands on deck as much as you can for whichever team plays the Badgers.
Brevin Kelliporis ready in the circle here for Penn State. She's going to face off with Alina Garcia. First pitch to Garcia is outside for ball number 1. And Adam, kind of talking about this Wisconsin run, the streets were talking that there may be an upset of Oregon before that game, but realistically, not many people had the Badgers doing what they've been doing so far. The 1-0 pitch here is in the zone for strike 1.
But, you know, Andy, what did the Badgers do differently than the Nittany Lions so far this game? They cashed in early in the first. We saw traffic early for Penn State. They just could not drive those runners home.
The 1-1 here from Kalaporis is down and away for ball 2. Yeah, absolutely right. Penn State had its opportunity to get that ambush in the first inning. They strand 2 runners in scoring position. UCLA responds with 4 in the bottom half of the first. As that 2-1 catches the zone for strike number 2, and it's been all Bruins since then in terms of the momentum.
And I mean, for Penn State here, you almost have to pitch around, but you can't afford to pitch around. Putting 1 runner on means a home run puts you in run rule territory.
The 2-2 here for Garcia. She swings and misses for strike number 3. First K of the evening for Brevin Kalaporis.
First strikeout of the evening, second time that the Bruins have not had their leadoff hitter reach safely. So that's very encouraging for Kalaporis, who has been a stabilizing force out of the bullpen. I mean, since she entered, things have really turned around.
And apologies, that was Kalaporis' second strikeout of the evening. She had one last inning. Now here comes Alejandre. She takes ball 1 down low. Bri Alejandre 1 for 2 today. She was in that home run party back in the first inning, a solo shot. The 1-0 here. Kalaporis drops it just below the zone for ball 2.
Kalaporis is really taking one for the team. She pitched 3 innings of 1-run ball yesterday against Northwestern, and now she's stepping up once again to try and deliver.
The 2-0 from Kalaporis. Swung on here by Alejandre. Should be playable in right field. Tracking underneath and catching it for the Nittany Lions is Frankie Flesher for out number 2. 2 down now for the UCLA offense. And Kalaporis trying to work a quick inning on defense here for Penn State.
And so far, she's been attacking the zone and just trying to get weak swings out of the Bruins, who she knows will go after these pitches. So it's just about limiting the quality of contact.
Kanaya Bragg now at the plate. She takes strike 1 on the outside edge. Bragg 0 for 1 with a walk today. UCLA's second baseman entered tonight hitting .401. The 0-1 drops inside for ball 1. 1-1 count here for Kanaya Bragg. Kalaporis has her sign in the circle. Kalaporis steps and throws. That one catches the outside edge. Strike 2 called. Bragg didn't like it, but now she's down 1-2.
Just working so efficiently, and UCLA can't afford to be passive now. The zone is being filled up. You've got to swing.
Here comes the 1-2. Kalaporis trying to put it away, and that one comes in upstairs. Kanaya Bragg able to lay off as the ball was at her eyes there.
I mean, that's an easier take for the Bruins to have, but you've just got to try and find your best swing here.
Here comes the 2-2 with 2 outs. That one outside. Count runs full. And Kanaya Bragg trying to extend this inning for UCLA. While Brevin Kalaporis trying to shut him down and retire the Bruins in order. Payoff pitch here. Swung on into left field. It's off the top of the wall. Bragg rounding first base. She'll check back up. It turns into a very long single. But runner is aboard for UCLA. Kanaya Bragg keeps it going for the Bruins here in the 4th.
Just fully extended out her swing, pulled it to left, and just didn't have enough launch angle on it to get the height to go over the wall. Took a big turnaround first and just had to stop there, but a great sequence by Brianna Hannock just to field that ball and prevent it from being another extra base hit.
This brings Alexis Ramirez to the plate for the Bruins. Ramirez takes strike 1. She's 1 for 2 today, also a member of this home run party for UCLA. Her solo shot coming in the bottom of the 3rd.
She jumped an 0-1 pitch for that home run. We'll have to see what happens here.
Here comes the 0-1. That one, unhittable, ball 1 there in the dirt.
Well, I think it could have been hittable. It's a little bit harder chasing out of the zone against it, but a good swing decision to just let it go.
1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on first. Kalaporis drops that one inside, ball 2.
And Andy, I think that was a smart decision. You want to be trying to work inside. The goal right here for Kalaporis, I have to avoid the barrel of the bat. This is the run rule run that could end this game early at the plate.
Ball here is outside again. 3-1 count. Alexis Ramirez standing in that right-handed box. Ready to swing away here. Bragg standing on first, 2 outs in the inning. Kalaporis has her sign. In the circle, she throws it low for ball number 4. Back-to-back runners reaching here for UCLA.
And yes, it was a walk, which is the first that Kalaporis has issued today. It does come off that single, but I think it can all be going Penn State's way because they've got a left-on-left matchup right now. The UCLA bench has not been called upon. Sujin Berry will take this at-bat against the lefty Kalaporis, who has set down all of the lefties she's faced today.
Sujin Berry takes strike 1 there. Today she is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Sujin Berry had limited playing time for the Bruins this season, more of a specialist player. She cracked the starting lineup today and is perfect in reaching base so far. The 0-1 here from Kalaporis. That one runs outside, ball 1.
That's quite the dissatisfied reaction from the Penn State fans today, who have really come out in support alongside UCLA. It's been such a great day for all the fan bases.
1-1 here from Kalaporis. That one at the eyes of Sujin Berry, ball 2.
I mean, it's just been loud from all the different teams from across the country now. I mean, the Big Ten is a conference that spans the entire country coast to coast.
Yeah, a massive conference, large geographic area, and they've all showed up to College Park this weekend as that one's ball 3 low and inside.
Now, left on left, when you've got the advantage here against Berry, you have to be on the attack. You can't be trying to pitch around, try and get a weak ground ball. You need to be fishing for that strikeout here.
The 3-1 here from Kalaporis. This one catches the top of the zone, strike 2 called. And now the count is full for Berry at the plate with 2 outs and 2 on.
Berry looked very uncomfortable on that pitch, getting her bat just off the shoulder, but not doing anything with it.
Sujin Berry waits for the pitch, fouls it sharply down the third base side. A few players in the UCLA dugout ducking out of the way of that sharp ball.
I mean, that kind of late swing, that's what you want right now if you're Kalaporis on the mound. You want late contact. That's weaker contact, harder to slug with. And yes, we did see Berry go to left center field, but if you can get her to go to left, it's likely to hang up.
The Bruins dugout may not have called that ball weak contact as they saw it whizzing by their heads. But in the grand scheme of things, had stayed in the field of play, it would have been much easier for Penn State to handle. The 3-2 again. Kalaporis drops it, grounded back to her. Kalaporis throws it back over to first in time for out number 3. She had a chance to go 1-2-3. Kalaporis allows a couple of base runners, but ultimately shuts down the UCLA offense. And the Nittany Lions will try to get anything going on the other side when we come back on WMUC Sports.
Tonight is row 6. Congratulations.
You have to
And fans, if you want some old trapper, stop by the marketing table as you leave the game to pick up a sample of Old Trapper beef jerky.
You're welcome! Let's fight, ladies! Keep fighting! Fighters fight, ladies! Fighters fight!
Ready for play. You ready? Yeah.
Top of the 5th inning here on WMEC Sports in the 4th and final game of the quarterfinals in the Big Ten softball tournament. The UCLA Bruins are up 6-0. They're going to try and end this game early, but first on the mound, Taylor Tinsey will take on 9-1-2 in the Nittany Lions order. Madison Seidel, the catcher, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch to her is going to be fouled off. Just laid off the bat. First base side, 0-1.
If there was no safety netting, that one was headed right for you and I right over here, Adam. That was a sharp foul ball that was on a direct line for our broadcast booth.
Did you bring your glove, Andy?
Not today.
Oh, that would have been a mistake then. Thankfully, the net backed you up.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad that the net's able to provide in these situations for us. A little bit of a delay here. Seidel switching up her bat.
Well, looks like she wasn't happy with the metal bat. You would normally expect that for wood, but she wants something new here to try and change things up. Perhaps looking for a lighter bat. I mean, Andy, if you have a late swing like that, would you want to try and find like a lighter bat?
I think it actually cracked. She hit it off the very end of her bat, and the top of the aluminum bat had a little bit of a split in it, so she had to run it back over to the dugout.
Well, the new bat is here. It's an 0-1 count. Taylor Tinsey is ready to go. Pitch will come in. A called strike at the bottom of the zone. Tinsey quickly up 0-2, and I mean, it's just such a repeatable delivery on the mound, Andy. She's just been firing in strikes all game, working around traffic, setting down Nittany Lions. Looking for another punch out here. Here it comes. It'll be taken low. A cold strike 3. Punch out number 6 on the day for Tinsey. And UCLA is back on a roll.
That was textbook pitching right there from Tinsey. Great sequence. You get to the 0-2 count. You take a pitch, you put it on the outside part of the plate. You go for that shadow of the zone. No swing from Seidel, but it's way too close on that 0-2 count to take.
Brianna Hannock up for the third time. First pitch, swing and a miss at a low changeup in the dirt. Way too early on that one. Quickly falling behind 0-1 here. I mean, leadoff hitter, 1 for 1 in the day, also with a walk. She's been doing her job. Can she continue it one more at bat? The 0-1 from Tinsey will be fouled right back. Too early again. And I mean, Andy, when you're early on these first 2 swings, what can you do to slow things down?
I think if you're Brianna Hannock in this situation, you need to take a moment and just step out of the box. Try and mess with Tinsey's timing. Just do anything you can to try and gain a competitive advantage because she's been dicing up the Penn State hitters all evening.
She stepped out of the box. Here comes the 0-2. It's going to be taken for a cold strike 3. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts. Tinsey is not lightened up at all, mowing down Hannock for the first time today.
That was excellent pitching yet again from Tinsey, just locked up Hannock. That one a dropping changeup that Hannock thought was going to fall below the zone, instead it just hangs over the middle of the plate.
1 acre 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch is going to be grounded foul, and it's actually going to be ruled fair just off the base. 1 acre will hustle into second with a double. First extra base hit since the first inning for the Nittany Lions.
1 acre hustling out of the box the whole way. You and I thought it was a foul ball at first, but they called it fair on the field, and that's the part that you always got to pay attention to.
It looks
but
like
UCLA might be
review.
challenging.
So the current ruling is that it's fair, but UCLA want to challenge this call. It was really such a bang-bang play down the line, Andy, that at first I thought it went foul just because of how close it was to the base and whether it was fielded in foul territory, but it was called fair, went all the way into Maryland's left field corner, and as it stands, it's a double for 1 acre, which would be her first hit of the day and the first runner in scoring position since late last inning.
And Adam, just kind of going back to that double happens because she was hustling out of the box. UCLA thought it was a foul ball. They kind of slowed down, and they didn't really start trying to field it in the outfield until they looked back and saw the fair ball signal. It allowed what probably should have been a sharp single, if it is a fair ball, to turn into a stand-up double for Winokur. So very good heads-up play from the freshman, hustling out of the box and not giving up, hearing everything on the field, paying attention to the signals from the umpires, and just running out the play, letting it develop.
But even despite this challenge, the Bruins are keeping things so light. They're all dancing on the mound together, outfielders doing a little dance of their own as well. So it's almost like, synchronized swimmers, Andy, where it's, you got 2 units going on here. Just taking things light, knowing that for them, if they're able to pull out this win in which they're up 6-0 here in the top of the 5th, this is only the first step for them. They want a championship in the Big Ten, and they know that it only gets harder from here.
Absolutely. All their players are doing the Cupid shuffle, keeping things loose. Penn State dugout's even getting in on it. Everybody enjoying the Auxin Stadium tonight.
This call has been so tight that it's still under review. One of the longer reviews we've seen the entire tournament.
And in my personal experience, the longer a review goes, the more likely it is that the officials say it's an inconclusive play. But we have a call now.
So the call is confirmed. Andy, your gut is correct once again. And it'll be a double for 1 acre. So after getting 6 strikes and 2 strikeouts, Tinsley's bid for an immaculate inning comes to an end on that pulled line drive down the left field line by Allison 1 acre.
Yep, really good piece of hitting. We're getting another look at it right here in stadium, and just so tight down that third base line, you really can't tell. No cameras were close enough to get a true down the line angle there, so they go with the call on the field.
Brooke Klosevich up for the 3rd time. She'll take a first pitch low, blocked in the dirt by Ramirez. 1-0 now, and Penn State has one of their best chances all game to get on the board. Only 3 hits to their team so far, but Allison 1 acre is off of second. Klosevich already has an extra base hit in this game. As the 1-0 comes in, it's going to be taken high. 1 acre danced off second. She goes back to the bag. But Klosevich, she's ready to go. She stepped out of the box just briefly, but she's already back in.
Yeah, Klosevich ready to get a hit here. As you said, already 1 extra base hit today. She's trying to drive this runner home.
The 2-0 from Tinsley is going to be a called strike in there. So Klosevich did not want to pull the trigger yet, but still in a hitter's count, 2-1.
Yeah, that one a really good 2-0 take. That was Tinsley doing what she's done so well all night. If she's behind in a count, throwing one on that shadow on the inside edge. If the hitter goes, it's going to be weak contact. If not, you got strike number 1 and get yourself back in the count.
Tinsley's ready. 2-1 offering. Going to be taken low again. Getting no chases from Klosevich, who has not struck out yet and has not chased out of the zone yet today. It's 3-1 on the designated player. Tinsley will try and find the zone here. Her pitch will be taken low, ball 4. Runners on first and second. The potential for a 2-out rally is all here for Penn State.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation there from Klosevich out of the box. She thought that might be rung up for strike number 2, but she does indeed get ball 4. And now Penn State, another opportunity to score. That'll bring Natalie Lieto up to the plate. She got hit last time up.
0 for 1 with a strikeout alongside that hit by pitch. Runners on first and second. First pitch will float in and toward the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Dropped in the changeup. Lieto was sitting fastball. She already has a highlight play in center field defensively. Trying to add on with her bat. Outfield gaps left wide open for her. The 0-1 comes in, taken high. Count evens up at 1 apiece here. I mean, Andy, all the pressure is on because Penn State needs a few runs if they want to try and have more security that there will be a 6th inning today.
Absolutely. This is just keep yourself in the game if you're Penn State at this point. If you go scoreless here, UCLA only needs 2 runs to end it.
1-1, big swing and a miss. Changeup pulled the string that time. Tinsley 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. 1 acre off second. Klosevich off of first. 2 away in the inning. The 1-2 to Natalie Lieto is a big cut, swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in this top of the 5th inning. We'll send it to the bottom of the 5th. Bruins looking to walk it off on WMUC Sports.
Shake out those limbs, kick it if you have to, and join us in the time-honored tradition of singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Bottom of the 5th inning here on WMUC Sports. The UCLA Bruins are up 6-0. They've out-hit Penn State 9-3, and they're trying to end the quarterfinals early in a game that was originally delayed an hour and a half. They're looking to end it in just 2 hours here. A bit of a lengthier split between half innings, getting in the 5th inning stretch, and now a t-shirt toss. They've been doing this at each of the quarterfinal games today, likely to continue for the rest of the tournament, in which there are the 2 semifinals tomorrow. One of those will be Indiana versus Nebraska, the latter Wisconsin versus the winner of tonight's game.
UCLA only needs 2 runs right now to punch their ticket to have that date with Wisconsin tomorrow. Run rule definitely in play for the Bruins here.
Jelena Lamar will start things off 9-1-2 in the Bruins order. First pitch to her will be socked hard toward right center. That ball's going to get down and off the wall. Heading toward seconds, Lamar sliding in there safely. It's a leadoff double. The walk-off run is coming up to the plate.
Yep, really good piece of hitting there from Lamar. Just plops it into right center field, takes the big turnaround first base, and actually doesn't even need to slide since the throw is offline. It's a stand-up double, and that'll bring Riley Slimp up into the left-handed batter's box as she represents what would be the game-winning run.
All the pressure on Brevin Kalapouris and this entire Penn State team. Lamar off second. First pitch to Slimp will be taken low for a called strike. First time through, Kalapouris struck out Slimp swinging. That was on a 2-2 count. She's got her sign. The lefty trying to keep her team in this game just like she did yesterday. Next pitch comes in. Weakly grounded toward first. Steps on the bag for 1. That's all they'll get. Lamar advances to third.
Yeah, if you're UCLA, you're focused on getting that first run home. Good play there from Slimp. Realizes it's a weak ground ball, but she makes sure to just kind of draw the defense over her side of the field by taking that wide route to first base, making sure that they're all focused on her. Lamar, plenty of time to run into third, and now she's there for Grant.
Megan Grant tied the NCAA single season record for home runs. First pitch to her won't find the zone. Left on left. Grant's bat could end it right here. Kalapouris has yet to give up a run today. So stalwart out of the bullpen. Next pitch to Grant. Taken outside of the zone. Andy looks like she wants no part of this top slugger.
Yeah, and I don't blame Brevin Kalapouris right here. Megan Grant has shown every reason why the Nittany Lions pitching staff should avoid her this evening.
2-0 with Lamar off of third. Winning run at the plate. Next pitch comes in. It'll float outside. 3-0. Grant doing her signature lunge, using the bat for support, going on that left front knee. She's ready to square up. Will she have the green light on 3-0? Let's see. It is going to be taken low. Ball 4. And now the winning run is on base for the Bruins.
And those were 4 straight pitches from Kalapouris that were just kind of telling Megan Grant, we'll let you take first base. We're going to make you stand in the box. You can't get the intentional walk, but all 4 of those pitches either well outside or well below the zone. Brevin Kalapouris just wanted no part of Megan Grant there, and she'll check out for a pinch runner at first.
So the Bruins will elect to go to Riley Pinedo to pinch run at first. She represents the winning run in this game, as UCLA are already up 6-0. And 2 more runs would end this one early. That brings up Jordan Woolery, the second of the Bash sisters. 33 home runs on the year, a double to her name today. It's been a 1-for-3 effort for the first baseman. First pitch from Kalapouris will float outside, almost a pitch out there. 1-0 quickly.
It definitely seemed like a pitch out, and same signal coming in from Seidel behind the dish. They might be just trying to intentionally walk Woolery here.
And it will be outside again. Andy, I think you're right. These pitches are nowhere close, and Seidel isn't even in a crouch. Still standing here, not even going down to a knee. It'll be another pitch high and outside. It looks like it'll just be a straight intentional walk, but that's plenty dangerous. Alina Garcia is hitting next. She already has a home run to her name.
Yeah, Penn State content with going against Alina Garcia. They just want no part of the Bash sisters on those last 2 plate appearances. And now bases loaded with just 1 out, and 2 runs ends the game here with Garcia stepping into the box.
So it's an intentional walk, and Penn State will meet on the mound to figure out what their play is here. They already have 1 out, so the double play is in order. They're likely, Andy, I think talking through what base to force at, my guess would be whatever you've got, throw it home.
I would absolutely agree with you. If you're Penn State, the name of the game right now is prevent runs. Even if you try to go for a double play in the field because you think that second to first might give you a better chance of getting the 2 outs, you need to prioritize that runner at home just in case that thrower to first is late, because 2 runs, game is over. If you allow 1, that's halfway there for UCLA.
The infield is drawn in for the Nittany Lions. Shortstop Alina Garcia is 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. First pitch to her will be taken low. There's nowhere to put her, so all the pressure is on here. The winning run is in scoring position. Nittany Lions just trying to stay alive. The 1-0 comes in. A called strike, low outside corner on Garcia. A huge pitch there for Penn State.
Delayed call on the strike right there, but it goes Kalaporis' way. She's right back in this with the even count.
1-1 on the shortstop. In comes the pitch. It's going to be taken outside and low. Right now the bases are loaded. Lamar at third, Pinedo at second, Woolery at first. There is nowhere for the Nittany Lions to put this hitter. Hitters count for Garcia. The 2-1 comes in. It's going to be fouled off too early. Her swing hooked around. She fouled it to the back netting. And the pressure is on for Kalaporis. A strikeout here would be so pivotal just to keep this game going.
And all 4 pitches in this at-bat from Kalaporis have been targeting that outside edge of the plate.
The 2-2 is going to be fouled off again, this time off her back foot. The righty will walk things off, adjust that light blue shin guard that matches with the white and dark blue uniforms for the Bruins. And she's going to talk things over with the training staff. It's just off the foot. Looked like it barely missed the shin guard there, Andy.
Yeah, she's stepping gingerly right now. Just fouled it off herself. That was the first time in that at-bat that Kalaporis went back to the inside edge of the plate. All 4 of the first 4 pitches either on the outside edge or in the opposite batter's box. That time she goes inside, gets the swing from Garcia. Garcia fouls it off of herself, and she'll step back into the box. She seems to be moving a little bit better, but still pretty ginger with that right leg.
So it's 2-2 on Garcia, who does return to the plate, getting ready to try and take a swing here. Bases loaded, infield in, the pitch comes in, it's low, skipping in the dirt, and the count has run to full. Nowhere to put Garcia, and all of the pressure on Kalaporis.
It's got to be a challenge fastball right here. You've got to say, I've got my best up. You have to beat it.
The 3-2 will be grounded right to third. Steps on the bag for 1. Fires across the diamond for 2. And the game will go on. A clutch double play turned by Allison Oneacre. And we're heading to the 6th inning. Stick with us on WMUC Sports.
All right, guys, get the run! Come on, you gotta fight, girls, fight! I didn't think that was going to be the right play.
Welcome back to WMUC Sports. My name is Andy Parr, joined alongside Adam Lipman here from the final game of the second round of the Big Ten tournament. UCLA currently on top of Penn State 6-0. 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Nittany Lions. They're combined 0 for 4 with 2 walks this evening, Adam.
But the Nittany Lions got an injection of momentum thanks to a clutch double play. The bases were loaded. The run rule run was at second base, and Allison One-Acre got a ground ball right to her. She stepped on third for the first out and threw a beautiful strike across the diamond to get that clutch double play. That's kept Penn State in this game. Now the question is, what can they make out of that chance? Only 3 hits to their name. This part of the order has not been as successful, not cashing in runners. But you're only down by 6. Get a rally here. This game completely changes.
Right fielder Frankie Flesher set to lead things off. She's first pitch swinging, and that's into center field. Leadoff single for the right fielder of Penn State. And Penn State seizing that momentum that One-Acre gave them to end that bottom of the 5th. Leadoff runner aboard with a hit.
Getting the leadoff hitter on has been going the Nittany Lions' way so far this game. Now it's all about how can they extend this inning without giving away too many outs. They've often fallen behind with runners on first and second, 2 away already.
Michaela Barbonente now stepping into the right-handed box. Tinsey drops the bottom out of that changeup. Swing and a miss there from Barbonente for strike 1.
It's been a quieter game from Barbonente than expected. Only a walk to her name alongside a strikeout. So they're looking for that power out of her, the power that helped her get her OPS above 1.
Tinsey has her sign, steps and throws. Barbonente lays off, but it's called strike 2. Bottom of the zone at the knees, and the call goes Tinsey's way. Michaela Barbonente stepping out of the box. Now she's back in. Down behind 0-2. Tinsey in the circle, steps and throws. Barbonente plays it fair. Over to second base for 1. Back over to first is not in time. Runner safe on the fielder's choice.
That's why you practice your PFPs, Andy, for moments like that. Heads up play by Tinsey to get the runner at second. And you don't want to allow any runs because for UCLA, though they were unsuccessful in the 5th, they're still thinking about ending this game and inning early.
Absolutely. Now with the runner on first and 1 out, it'll bring Gabby Gradishar to the dish. First pitch to Gradishar is outside for ball 1. She's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a fly out.
The walks have been so crucial for the Nittany Lions, just getting traffic on the base paths. They just haven't been able to get damaged contact and match what the Bruins have been doing.
Tinsey has her sign for the 1-0. Tinsey's pitch is fouled well behind home plate for strike number 1. Gabby Gradishar entered today as a .283 hitter towards the bottom of this Penn State order. Only reached once today. Made a few snags at first base for Penn State on the defensive side, though. The 1-1 here. That one runs inside, ball 2. Tinsey now taking her time, working a bit slower as this game moves along. She's got the 2-1 sign. Tinsey from the circle misses outside for ball number 3.
For Tinsey, you want to try and limit your own pitch count, knowing that if the Bruins are able to pull out this win, she's going to likely be needed tomorrow against Wisconsin.
3-1 count. Gradishar standing in the box. Gradishar takes outside for ball 4. And a walk puts runners on first and second here. Second walk of the day for Gabby Gradishar. And Kaylee Walters is checking back into the game after she was pinch hit last time in the order.
Right now, it's such a pivotal moment for the Nittany Lions. Right now today, they're 1 for 14 with runners on and 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. That could all change right now.
Walters in her left-handed batter's box. Fouls the first pitch behind home plate for strike 1. Walters, one of these Penn State hitters who likes to do the charge step into her swing. Last time she was pinch hit for Jordan George, who struck out swinging.
Andy, I think you might want to try and attempt a double steal here. Just anything to help the Nittany Lions get on the board.
The 0-1 from Tinsey. Bunted here by Walters. Thrower to first base is bobbled and incomplete. Runner coming home, safe at home. Sliding into third. Everybody's safe. Moving up to second is Walters. Mayhem on the base pass for Penn State. A defensive gaffe after defensive gaffe for UCLA. And the Nittany Lions are on the board.
There were two problems with that sequence. First, the throw to first. Next, the throw to the plate. And then finally, the tag at third. Just not at all what the Bruins needed to do there. Woolery unable to make the pick on the throw from Alejandre, and then Alejandre unable to apply the tag later on.
That was 3 opportunities for tags for the Bruins. They missed all 3. It results in everybody being safe, 1 run scoring, and now 2 in scoring position for Madison Seidel.
I mean, suddenly you can...
A brief mound visit. She waves off her head coach. Alexis Ramirez now getting set back up behind the dish. Her opposite catcher, Madison Seidel, stepping into the right-handed box for Penn State.
So, Andy, they did rule that in E5, and it looks like Macy Chamberlain will take over for Seidel.
So Seidel's being pinch hit for in this crucial spot. Macy Chamberlain checks into the game. First pitch Chamberlain sees tonight is a called strike 1. Chamberlain, a .243 hitter this year with 3 long balls on the season. She has 39 games played for Penn State in 2026. Strike 2 called there. She hasn't swung at either pitch. Both of them catching that inside edge of home plate, Adam.
And there's got to be a plan here when you're coming off the bench. You're already down 0-2. This is such a huge spot for the Nittany Lions. You can get both of these runners in. It's a completely new game.
The 0-2 pitch here. Tinsey has it fouled off there by Chamberlain. She stays alive. And we'll see the 0-2 once more.
For Tinsey, you want to be on the attack. You've been working high and in. Now try and go low and out. Get that chase whiff if you can.
Tinsey, she's got 8 Ks today. Chamberlain with an 0-2 count at the plate. Swings and fouls it yet again. Chamberlain barely catching a piece of that ball.
Tinsey's not getting a break. Over 100 pitches today. And the pressure is only built on her. No one warming in the Bruins pen.
This is Tinsey's game from start to finish for UCLA. This one just outside, ball 1 called. Alexis Ramirez held that ball behind home plate for an extra second, hoping to sell the frame.
Too close to take, but it does go Penn State's way for Chamberlain. You want to get your A swing off here.
Macy Chamberlain now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tinsey steps and delivers that one high for ball number 2. That one coming in across Chamberlain's neck. Tinsey trying to dial up the heat and missed a little bit too high there. 2-2 now. Chamberlain ready in the right-handed box. She sees the pitch and fouls it back behind home plate. Her 3rd foul ball straight back this at bat.
We're approaching pitch 110 for Tinsey, who has just been laboring this inning and has not had the same stuff that she did at the start of the game. That makes sense. It's so late into this one, but she needs put away especially. No one is coming.
Fouled. That pitch was in the dirt. Chamberlain somehow catching a piece of it. We'll see the 2-2 for the 3rd time. 2-2 with 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Penn State trailing 6-1. Pitch here. Chamberlain swing and a miss. 9th K of the evening for Taylor Tinsey. And Penn State's down to 1 more out in the top of the 6th inning.
It is leadoff hitter Brianna Hannick, who is a relief for the Nittany Lions just to have in this spot. You have to cash in. That's not been going their way all game. If you want to try and change this game, you've got to change that first.
Hannick has faced Tinsey well today. First pitch here is inside and low for ball number 1. Hannick led off the game, first pitch of the evening. She knocked a single into center field. Got a walk later on, also to go along with a looking strikeout. one of 9 strikeout victims for Taylor Tinsley today. The 1-0. Catches the outside part of the plate, strike one call.
Tinsley has been her most efficient this inning when she's going inside on the right-handed hitters. And for Hannick, there's just nothing she can really do with these pitches. You can't drive them. You can't get any quality contact on them.
Hannick ready for the 1-1. Tinsley in the circle, steps and delivers. That one grounded to third. Going to be a tough play at first, but the throw is in time and picked up by Worley. And Penn State finally breaks through, gets their first run of the game. But UCLA in run rule territory when we come back for the bottom of the 6th on WMUC Sports. Welcome back to the Big Ten Tournament on WMUC Sports. My name is Andy Parr, joined alongside Adam Lipman. And Adam, Penn State finally breaking through on offense in the top half of this 6th inning, but UCLA only needs 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th to end this game early.
Well, the Bruins are going to have that in mind. It's 5, 6, and 7 in their order, so plenty of talented hitters that could get the job done, but even if they don't get it here, it's just all about the top of the 7th.
Bri Alejandre, the first UCLA hitter to step into the box. She takes ball 1 there from Kalaporis. Brevin Kalaporis has pitched 3 innings of relief today. Pitch swinging there, Alejandre grounds it over to short. Play over to first in time there from Walters, out number 1.
Kalaporis has done a great job just keeping the Nittany Lions in this game, giving the offense chances, try and make the comeback. I mean, it's just those 6 runs in the first 3 innings have been too much for them to overcome so far.
That'll bring Kanaya Bragg up to the plate. Bases empty, 1 out for the UCLA offense. Brevin Kalaporis ready in the circle, steps and throws. That one finds the zone, strike 1 called. Kanaya Bragg, 1 for 2 today with a walk and a single. Second pitch here is fouled off for strike number 2. Kalaporis, a quick out of Bri Alejandre to start off this bottom of the 6th, and now she's already ahead of Kanaya Bragg 0-2. Kalaporis has her sign in motion, steps and throws, swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout of the night for Brevin Kalaporis. It's good morning, good afternoon, good night for Kanaya Bragg at the plate.
Kalaporis really just dealing here, emptying the tank, knowing that this could be her last inning in the Big Ten tournament, barring a comeback for Penn State in the top of the 7th.
Alexis Ramirez now at the dish for UCLA, watches ball 1 in the dirt right there.
All the stuff just has extra zip on it now, knowing how important it is just to give Penn State a chance. Let them get to the top of the 7th, see what the offense can do.
Kalaporis ready for the 1-0. Ramirez standing in the box. Kalaporis' pitch grounded over the short. Walters going to be a tough play. She was moving to her left, but the throw is in time. 1-2-3 inning for Brevin Kalaporis, and Penn State will indeed make it to the 7th inning here. Last time for the Nittany Lions offense to try and force a comeback and keep their Big Ten tournament dreams alive on WMUC Sports.
Top of the 7th here on WMUC Sports for what could be the final inning of the Big Ten softball tournament's quarterfinals. The UCLA Bruins are up 6-1 over the Penn State Nittany Lions, and it's all come down to this. Bruins ace Taylor Tinsley trying to finish this off. 2, 3, and 4 in Penn State's order. Looking to fend that off. First pitch to Allison Oneacre is going to be taken low in the dirt for ball 1.
And Allison Oneacre was the one who started this rally for Penn State in the top of the 6th inning with that double, just getting on base, keeping the line moving, and ultimately kind of getting that run.
The 1-0 is a big cut, swing and a miss, going all the way to the back netting. 1-1 now on the third baseman, who had a clutch double play just to keep this game going. Also had a double her last time up. Coming alive toward the end of this game. The 1-1 to her is going to be taken low. A called strike changeup just at the bottom of the zone. And it's a pitcher's count for Tinsley.
Excellent pitch there from Tinsley, locking up Oneacre on that inside low changeup. And now she's ahead 1-2.
The pitch will be weakly grounded toward third. Throw across the diamond is in time. Alejandre gets the job done. 1 out.
Bri Alejandre taking out her fellow third baseman right there. Routine play at the hot corner for Alejandre. Picks it up, fields it no problem, makes the throw over to first. Keeping it simple, not overthinking it, gets the out, and that'll bring up Brooke Klosevich.
1 for 2 on the day. We'll see a first pitch drop too low. That's going to be ball 1.
She's got a double, a walk, and she's also grounded into a double play today.
Tinsley taking a while to find her sign that she likes from Ramirez. The 1-0 is going to sail high again. 2-0 now. Klosevich had that double back in the first inning. She walked her last time up. Trying to create traffic for the Nittany Lions. The 2-0 from Tinsley. A called strike right down the middle. Fastball through that time.
Yeah, the 2-0 challenge pitch there from Taylor Tinsley. Missed with her first couple, trying to pick the outside edges. That time just decides to go middle fastball. Klosevich unable to pull the trigger with the swing.
The 2-1 is going to be lined hard into left field for a base hit. Cutting it off is Riley Slimp. It's exactly what Penn State needs to stay alive. They've got a runner on.
Excellent play there from Slimp in the outfield. She knew that it was going to be down for a base hit, and instead of trying to make some kind of big athletic play to maybe get a low probability catch and get the out, she decides to cut the losses, make the sliding catch off the one hop, and keep it at a single, prevent extra bases for Klosevich. But now there's a runner on for Natalie Lieto.
1 away, runner off of first. First pitch to Lieto, a check swing, a called strike at low part of the zone. 0-1 now on the center fielder. She struck out her last time up. That ended the 5th inning in what was a threat by the Nittany Lions to score. Tinsley's ready. She's got her sign. Here comes the 0-1. It's going to be taken high and out, just missing, evening up the count of 1 apiece.
Seems like those two pitches may have been reversed. First one for ball 1, the second one for strike 1. Either way, it'd be a 1-1 count.
We are here regardless. Klosevich off of first after that base hit. Top of the 7th, here comes the pitch. It's going to be low. A hitter's count now for Lieto. The Bruins hold a 6-1 lead. They've out-hit Penn State 10-5. Nittany Lions trying to keep their underdog miracle story alive. Day after defeating Northwestern, they're trying to take down the number 3 seed. Pitch comes in. It's going to be popped up sky high. Woolery calls for it. She'll make the catch in foul ground. And it's all come down to this for Penn State. They've got 1 out to go, and it'll be on Frankie Flesher to try and keep their season alive.
Flesher, the leadoff hitter last inning when Penn State finally broke through on offense. Hitting a single, leading off the top of the 6th for the Nittany Lions hitters.
Klosevich off of first. Infield drawn in. First pitch to Flesher is going to be weakly grounded to third. Bobbled by Alejandre. Throw across the diamond in time. The UCLA Bruins have clinched their semifinals ticket. They're taking on Wisconsin tomorrow. It was a slugfest early, just as you'd expect from watching them play all season long. One of the Big Ten's best gets the job done. Number 3 seeded UCLA defeats number 11 seed Penn State in 7 innings.
And I know Wisconsin came into this tournament as the 7 seed, but the magic has been on their side so far. They were getting no hit for the first 5 innings of their opening round game against Purdue, completely flip the script at the end, get the walk-off win, then pull off the massive upset over number 2 Oregon today after they jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the top of the first, and then had that back-and-forth game, all offense on both sides, ultimately win it 11-9. This Wisconsin team, that's definitely one that UCLA cannot take lightly despite the 7 seed next to their name.
So WMUC Sports will have the coverage of both semifinals tomorrow. It'll be number 1 Nebraska taking on number 4 Indiana and number 3 UCLA taking on Wisconsin. So we'll have coverage for you tomorrow afternoon before the championship on Saturday. But from all of us who covered the 4 quarterfinal games, I'm Adam Lipman thanking you for listening in tonight and today across Maryland's and WMUC Sports' Big Ten softball tournament coverage. Have a great night, everybody.